Well, we are early to the stream because we've got just 7 games left of the World Cup. It's the first quarterfinal and it's the big one. Live at the Gillette Stadium in Boston. It is France versus Morocco, a repeat of the 2022 semi-finals where France prevailed 2-0 on the night. And on this occasion, Morocco will be looking to make amends, try and erase those ghosts, and create new history here, trying to go back-to-back semis from an African nation. Morocco carrying the African flag after beating Canada 3-0 quite comfortably with that second half blitz. And as for Canada, they had a good tournament, but up against a very motivated and solid Morocco side. Mamadou Habi's men getting the job done in the second 45 minutes. Brahim Diaz, crucial man in that game today, and he starts today at centre forward. That was a big call by Mamadou Habi, going with his right winger as his false nine today, as he's got no Ismail Saibari available because he picked up a hamstring injury in their previous game against Canada. And Sofiane Rahimi, the man who scored the third, is on the bench. So Mamadou Habi wanting to keep that option of Rahimi on the bench, and I can understand why. Injury in their previous game against Canada, and Sofiane Rahimi, the man who scored the third, is on the bench. So Mamadou Habi wanting to keep that option of Rahimi on the bench, and I can understand why. Well, for those joining the stream, thank you everybody for tuning in, joining in, supporting the channel. I really do appreciate this, especially with the late nights. Well, for those joining the stream, thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate this, especially with the late nights. Well, for those joining the stream, thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate this, especially with the late nights. I am here early, Gotham. Of course, we got to build up to the big game here. It's the biggest quarterfinal. We can debate it's between this one and England-Norway, but I'm going to slightly edge it because this one is going to promise everything that you need. We've got the best attackers on display here today, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they do manage to break down a stubborn Morocco side who are going to be going all guns blazing. They're going to leave it all on the line against the potential favorites, France, who have been putting away all comers with relative ease. But Paraguay giving them few issues in that game where they had to kick, fight, scrap, and claw to get away from that game, and they did manage with that Kylian Mbappe second half penalty. Is it okay now, Gotham? A good thing I'm early. Make sure that everything is in place. Can't have any mistakes. This is not Bush League stuff before one of the big quarterfinals. No choking here. Everything is... Yep, superb stuff. Yep, from Morocco's point of view, a couple of changes by Mamadou Habi, which is the main one. We spoke about the change in the number 9 position with no Saibari and, of course, no Rahimi, who's on the bench. So Brahim Diaz starting there is interesting, which means that El Khanous and Onahi keep their place as their winger and the number 10. And on the right, Shamsdeen Talbi has been selected. So that's a big call by Mamadou Habi, keeping the structure. No surprise that anywhere else in the midfield we're expecting, other than Ayub El Bouadi and Neil Elinoui. So that's pretty much set from there. Mazraoui starts at centre half alongside Issa Diop. So Halhal's cameo, or lack of it, was not too impressive from their point of view, which means Salah Eddin starts at left back. Mazraoui, who started left back all tournament, is now at left side at centre half. Diop and Hakimi keep that right hand side balance. Yep, Mazraoui centre back is a very good call. I agree with that call. It's experience. You need it, especially against that France front four. And considering Halhal's 45 to 50 minutes where he looked really suspect against a France side. You just cannot make mistakes. No mistakes whatsoever. So go with the experience, and Salah Adin on that left-hand side should provide enough cover because you got Bilal El Khanous in front of him, who's a hard-working winger. Chemstein Talbi playing on the right-hand side. This is his first start, I believe, in this tournament, and he'll be looking to make a real impact against the tournament favourites. Well, today we've got France versus Morocco. Tomorrow, Belgium versus Spain. The day after that, we've got the toughest watch-along. Oh my word, 2:30 a.m. we've got the hectic game of England versus Norway. About 3 hours from there, Argentina versus Switzerland. We're reaching the end of the tournament. This is the business end. Players, teams, everybody involved are going to give it their absolute all. Well, Bouadi and El Enaoui against Manu Kone and Adrian Rabiot. That's three midfielders from the Serie A, mind you. El Enaoui from Roma, Kone from Roma, and Rabiot from AC Milan. And that is a pretty interesting thing considering how much flack we give Serie A. That is pretty interesting. Bouadi, of course, Lille's standout midfielder. I've liked how Enaoui has played in this tournament. A lot of attention has gone towards Bouadi, and rightfully so. He was outstanding against Brazil. But since then, I feel Neil El Enaoui has taken a lot more responsibility, and he's been that solid midfielder for Mohamed Ouahabi, and that's why he's been that linchpin, with Bouadi being maybe substituted the second half, the likes of someone like Sofiane Amrabat, if they need to bring a little bit more solidity, because France from minute one, well, they'll step it up here now that we're in the quarterfinals. They almost played up until this stage in second or third gear. They never really went for it because they know they can kill teams with that quick burst. All it takes is a few quick moments with this France attack, and with Kylian Mbappe with 7 goals and 2 assists, he is absolutely on fire. I mean, Kylian Mbappe, World Cup Kylian Mbappe, is one of the most special players that you can see in World Cup football, and that's brilliant to see, man. It's not France versus Morocco, it's France versus Morocco versus Argentina. Now, Michael Olise starts, and Michael Olise is on a yellow card here because the ref team is completely Argentine. Look, I'm not going to say the fix is in, but you got to be careful, right? So I was thinking that maybe, just maybe, Didier Deschamps might prefer to start Ryan Cherki and then bring off Olise off the bench. It's a risky strategy because you want to deal with the task in hand and not think too far ahead. But if Michael Olise misses the semi-final against Spain, that is a huge, huge miss. So Didier Deschamps, that was a brave call by him to start Michael Olise, but you can't blame him either, can you? Because you want your main creator on that pitch, especially with Morocco going to be hard to beat in those early stages. Maybe in the second half they might open up a little bit more, and that's when Olise could have come on and made a change, but he goes with this trusted front three. And of course, Desiree Doué starts, and that is no surprise in it. I mean, Desiree Doué is fast becoming one of the most trusted wingers, age 21, for club and country, trusted by Luis Enrique and Didier Deschamps. Just showcases that this kid is destined for something really, really special. He's already registered on the score sheet this tournament. He'll look to make a big impact. Of course, they do have Barcola on the bench alongside Ryan Cherki. And of course, a few strikers if they want to change things with Jean-Philippe Mateta, Thuram, and of course, who's the third striker that they have? It's just Jean-Philippe and Marcus Thuram. No Ekitike, of course, unfortunately. I mean, imagine Ekitike in this squad as well. I mean, the problems that France could have created off the bench too. It would have been just relentless stuff. I think France and Morocco, from their 2022 squad, I think they have 3 starters each that have lasted to this quarterfinal stage. From France's point of view, I'm going to have to dig deep here. I know Theo Hernandez started and scored, but he's on the bench here today for Luca Dean. Today, Luca Dean starts. Hernandez is on the bench, so that's not... The Koundé started. And they had Upamecano and Saliba. No, Upamecano and Varane as their centre halves. Upamecano stays. Saliba's there. Mbappe and Dembele were out on the wings. Griezmann was the number 10. Giroud started. So I think there's just 3 starters, maybe 4 from France's side, and from Morocco's players that have lasted the 4 years. I know the 2 fullbacks, Mazraoui and Hakimi, started. And I want to say Unai started too because that was his breakout year. No Brahim Diaz for sure. No Saibari. Buadi was too young. Nori had not reached those heights. So I think it's 3 each that have lasted the course between the 2 games in the 2022 semi-final and 2026 quarterfinals. Oh, I'm definitely not underestimating Morocco here because they can hack it. They can hack it against the best of the best. You cannot underestimate them. Even the game in the 2022 semi-finals, France won 2-0. It seemed comfortable on paper, but they are, as you mentioned, a tough team. They've got experience, they've got know-how, they've got ballers in their side who can create problems. Look, it's not all about defense for Morocco. They have to go and try and outscore France here. They're not going to try and hold on, hang on for dear life, because eventually France will break open that door. So you want to give your forwards as much rope as possible. Play forward, play brave. I mean, that has to be Mohamed Ouahabi's message to his team. You almost got knocked out by Netherlands in the round of 32. This tournament could have been donezo, but you got away with it. Diop scores in stoppage time. You take the game to pens and you end up winning. Fair enough. Now try and go against toe-to-toe. Not just have a go toe-to-toe against France and showcase how far you have come as a nation. I mean, Morocco's story, simply put, is excellent. They've got silverware coming, and we've got players on yellow cards here today, which is going to make it very, very interesting to see whether or not players go for the challenges or pull out of it. Aurelien Tchouameni doesn't start for France. Manu Kone and Adrien Rabiot as the 2 center midfielders. The 3 midfielders have pretty much rotated with Kante on the sidelines, just keeping everybody's spirits up so far. Not been used in the tournament so far. N'Golo Kante. The France back 5, very, very strong. Mike Maignan in goal. He's made a couple of very good saves in the tournament. Upamecano and Saliba remain one of the best pair in the centre-half department in terms of the balance and everything that they have in a modern centre-back needs. Those 2 take it. Jules Koundé at right back, the Iron Man, and of course, Luca Dean starting ahead of Theo Hernandez at left back. Well, Kylian Mbappe was under a bit of controversy. I mean, completely unprovoked. The Paraguayan senator, somebody in the parliament, had a go at Mbappe, and what a bad decision that was. I mean, if you have racist thoughts and you want to take it out, that is not the man you want to target. He got the full wrath. I mean, she got the full wrath of France, Mbappe, Real Madrid, Spain. More than that, I mean, you cannot go against Kylian Mbappe in matters like that. And fair play to Kylian. He could have kept his mouth shut, but the personality that he is, he's a fighting man, fighting spirit, and nothing is going to deter her from going towards that ultimate prize. Kylian Mbappe in the World Cup is box office, and we cannot wait. He is pumped. He is focused. And woof, the Moroccan defense better be ready. When Morocco is starting to become a almost lock for the quarterfinals at least, I had 3 teams in my dark horse category. That was Morocco, Senegal, and Netherlands. Morocco and Netherlands unfortunately had to play against each other. Senegal threw it against Belgium. I mean, they were walking away with that game and they chucked it away. I mean, I'm still mad at Senegal for that. So Morocco keeping my dark horse tag well and truly alive. In terms of the favorites, we had the 3. I mean, no prizes for guessing: Spain, Argentina, and France. I mean, Spain have made the lightest work of teams, having not conceded a single goal so far. France, the best attack. And of course, Argentina with Leo Messi. And the three pretenders that I had Portugal, Brazil, and England. England have not been the pretenders so far, but I got the Portugal and Brazil call spot on and wasn't really a hard call if you do follow the sport of football. Timing works for you, but the World Cup qualifier and daylight seems wrong. It's absolutely wrong. These kind of games have to be played in the floodlights, man. Under the floodlights, that's where big games are meant to be played. 1:30 isn't a timing that works for me, but it's better than the 2:30 England Norway game. That's going to suck. But we're here and we're ready for a cracking game. All eyes on whether or not France provide the blitz. Every time France take the field, they're expected to score goals and score beautiful goals. They deliver on most occasions. Maybe, just maybe, Morocco might have to borrow a page from the Paraguayan book, not in terms of playing anti-football, but the defensive structure and how hard you need to work to keep this France side away from goal in open play. I think France could have played in blue, man. Blue and red, that's good enough contrast, isn't it? That's a shame. Oh, the all Argentine mafia refs. They're marching forward. Look, guys, we cannot have another game marred by controversy, but best believe it's going to happen. How the hell have they allowed this to happen? Facundo Teo as the main official, Belati Shade and Herrera as his assistants. It's an all Argentine crew. As Gianni Infantino, you've got blood on your hands. France will know they're up against it. I mean, even in the VAR room, they put an Argentine ref just in case the Uruguayan and the Nicaraguan referee decide to do anything against the plan. I mean, that is wild. The Gillette Stadium, where we see the New England Patriots playing wonderful hosts. It's a beautiful stadium. And before kickoff, we spoke about the team news. Here it is once again. Mike Mannion in goal, Luca Dean and Jules Koundé as the fullbacks, with Upamecano and Saliba as the two centre-halves, Rabiot and Manu Kone in the midfield with Desiree Doué, Olise and Dembele as the front three, with Kylian Mbappe leading the line with 7 World Cup goals and 2 assists. Well, Olise and Manu Kone both are on yellow cards and will have to walk a very strict tightrope. For Morocco, they've got 4 players on yellow cards. Salah Adin drafted into left back, Mazraoui into centre half alongside Issa Diop, with the skipper Ashraf Hakimi, who is on a yellow card, has to be very careful. El Nawi and Ayub Bouadi in midfield with Bilal El Khanous, Azedine Ounahi and Brahim Diaz. It looks like we'll be playing on the right-hand side, and maybe Chemstine Talbi is the false 9 today. Ounahi, El Khanous, Hakimi and Diop all on yellow cards. Well, that makes more sense. Rather than playing Talbi on the right-hand side, keep Brahim Diaz on the right and Talbi as the makeshift centre forward and Rahimi off the bench. And Morocco can be cooking here. Azedine Ounahi, who had a slow start to the World Cup, came up with 2 big goals in that round of 16 clash against Canada. Yep, Talbi up front. It looks like it. And it keeps Brahim Diaz on the right-hand side, which is the right call. You want to move one of your best attackers away from his natural position. Kylian Mbappe giving the team talk, which has gotten his side fired up. Ashraf Hakimi. Captain's armband here. Oh, big match settings. Goodness me. This is sensational stuff. Can't wait for the start of kickoff. It's France versus Morocco. 3 versus 7 in the Gillette Stadium in Boston. One of these sides will head into the semi-finals, where the winner of Spain and Belgium await. No, everything looks absolutely pristine here in terms of conditions. Morocco using the Paris Saint-Germain technique of the kickoff, handing possession straight away so that they can press from the front and try and force a quick turnover. Good evening, Manny. What is up? Right on time, sir. Kick it into touch kickoffs. I mean, I don't get it. If PSG do it, fair enough. But when you see other teams do it, you're like, are you sure? I mean, I get the thinking behind it. Force the turnover and get your defensive structure pushed up the pitch. Don't retreat at any point, even if you have the ball. Try and start on the front foot and go on for it. Long time indeed, Manny. Jules Koundé with the throw-in. One of the survivors from the 2022 semi-finals. Still continuing at right back. Pretty much plays every game for Hansi Flick's Barcelona. But Manu Kone getting the nod over Aurelien Chouameni. Chouameni, who was pretty much agreed to this new deal. 13 million euros by the looks of it, making him one of the top earners at Madrid, extending his contract amidst a bit of uncertainty. Here's William Saliba, Luka Dean. Good evening, Mr. Minas. Welcome to the stream, sir. Dropping your predictions now, or are you going to wait for a few minutes to see how the game pans out? You all know there's a clear favorite, but Morocco, no pushovers. Have they studied enough tape? Oh, great run here by Brahim Diaz, holding off a couple of challenges. Onto the right-hand side, Bouadi finds Hakimi. Issa Diop, who scored that all-important equalizer in that round of 32 game against Netherlands. Netherlands played some anti-football in that second half after taking the lead courtesy of Cody Gakpo. Here's Rabiot. Easy. It's France. You're just writing off Morocco just like that. Are you going as far as a 2-0, 3-0 victory, Aman? Morocco is cooking up something here. I can't imagine them just meekly surrendering. Yes, that game against Canada was a game of patience, really. The first half, give or take, maybe first 20 minutes, I would have given it to Canada because Morocco was struggling physically after that 120-minute plus penalty game against Netherlands. So you can understand why they had a sluggish start. France take this 3-1, pains me to say it, but this team is too OP. They really are, man. It's like, even if one of them has an off day, even if, let's say, Elise, Dembele, and Mbappe have an off day, Desiree Doué is an outstanding footballer. Here's Dembele. It's got the overlap. Michael Elise, 5 assists for him. Creator-in-chief. Didier Deschamps not exercising any caution. Good run here by Doué. Oh, Mbappe nearly troubles Yassine Bono with the very first attack. Mbappe is on it. First shot, drawing the save of Bono. Aman's gone with a bit more of a conservative scoreline, but both of you backing France. I don't blame you. Mbappe, man. Since jitters. Oh, decent ball by Dembele. Upamecano's had a great save by Bono. Oh, Morocco fall asleep from a set piece. That is some rookie stuff. I mean, if France score a brilliant goal against you, fair enough. But from a set piece, Morocco cannot concede. Great save by Bono. Tested by Mbappe and then by that Upamecano header. Ooh, France not messing about here. Here's Michael Olise. Interchanging with Ousmane Dembele, the position. I mean, you can't even like man mark if you're the fullback on that side. You're like, should I go with Olise? Should I go with Dembele? You're caught in two minds. You pretty much just play your position and whoever comes that side, you'll deal with it 1v1. Oh, Kylian Mbappe, edge of the box, goes on the outside. Look at the acceleration. Oh, it's too much though. The burst is wild. Kylian Mbappe is very much in the mood here, guys. Oof. Morocco is not overhyped, Manny. Definitely not overhyped, but that bit of defending is really lax. I mean, Boadi is in no man's land. He's marking a ghost. Upamecano, I mean, can there be a bigger presence in your box than him? Cannot let him free. What's up, Nikhil? Olise. So, Nikhil, Olise is on a yellow card. If he picks up a yellow card in this game and France go through, he will miss the semi-final game against either Belgium or Spain. So Didier Deschamps, the coach, had a decision to make whether or not he starts Ryan Cherki in the number 10, the Manchester City number 10, or continue with Olise. So he's gone with the brave approach. He's like, Olise, just don't pick up a yellow card. Don't do anything foolish. But when you're going forward, do your thing. How do you stop France? I don't have the answer. No one has the answer so far. I mean, the best tactic so far, I hate to say it, it's the Paraguay one because you're going to have to use the dark arts, some underhanded tactics. Scratch, claw, punch, fight, kick if necessary. I mean, you got 4 or 5 Argentinian refs. Test and see whether or not Infantino's envelopes have arrived. Decent turn there by Bilal El Khanous. Man, you like Nikhil's joke? Nikhil's here for the vibes. The African side that most of Africa do not like or do not cheer for. Morocco treading their own path here. Semi-finalists in 2022. Looking to go back-to-back semis would be an outstanding achievement, really. You know how to stop France, but that knowledge ain't free. Break the legs. Chop the knees. So far, Morocco having few touches of the ball, but being very conservative. Here's Issa Diop, Fulham centre-half, finding Nuzem Mazraoui. Played in centre-back for Manchester United against Chelsea at the Bridge earlier this season. Well, late this season, rather. Towards the end of it, Manchester United ended up winning 1-0, but Mazraoui had to play against Liam Delap on that occasion. Today, only the small matter of Kylian Mbappe. Here's Amrabat. No, Mazraoui. He's got the same shiny head as Amrabat. Amrabat on the bench. Things get a bit hectic in midfield and they need to add a bit of steel and a bit of solidity. Might lean towards him. Olise finds Rabiot. Desiree Doué on the left-hand side up against Ashraf Hakimi. Doué dropped the shoulder and goes away from the challenge. Morocco with the chance on the counter-attack. France look to win the ball quickly. No chance. Manny, I hope that's a question you're not hoping I would answer. I don't have the answer. It's a distraction tactic. Remember Darren Bent scoring against Liverpool, the beach ball incident? Maybe something like that needed for Morocco. A freak moment. Here's Brahim Diaz. Clip pass for Ashraf Hakimi, who continues the run. Well shielded away by William Saliba. Gianni Infantino. Shit's getting political out here. Let's talk ball, guys. Here's Upamecano. Onto the right-hand side to Dembele. Oh, decent pass between the lines. Just trying to find Kylian's run. Oh, Boadi, but great challenge by Manu Kone. Here's Kylian Mbappe on his left foot. He was thinking about it, but decides to find Desiree Doué instead, who was not shy of pulling the trigger. Issa Diop with the block. William Saliba finds Adrien Rabiot. Saliba to Dean. And I'm not sure what's wrong with Theo Hernandez, whether or not he's picked up an injury or Didier Deschamps wants to be a bit more conservative. I mean, Luca Dean is an offensive fullback. He can go forward and whip crosses in. Here's Hakimi. Ooh, I thought there was no Diop there. It's a risky pass with Kylian Mbappe prowling. Buadi finds Diop. I've seen Bono now, where Morocco have navigated the first 10 minutes here. A couple of hairy moments. Kylian Mbappe's strike and Upamecano's header, which drew 2 saves off Yassine Bono. Morocco yet to get going, but need to stitch a few passes in that opposition half. Buadi. Hakimi now on the right-hand side. Hasdin Unahi to... Manny, I'm shocked. But thanks... Oh, they've given the ball away here. El Khanous, that's a curious pass. He wants a foul. He's not going to get it. Talbi tries to keep it in play. He succeeds, but France now have a chance on the counter-attack. Here's Dembele. Mamadou Ouabi, the head coach of Morocco, would have been telling his side, just try and keep that clean sheet for as long as possible. France can hurt you in a variety of ways, man. Just relentless with their attacks. Here's Dembele on the right-hand side. Koundé. Upamecano. Saliba. Ooh, Saliba's pass intercepted. Morocco can pounce here. Got only 2 attackers, but this is a really good carry by Brahim Diaz. Tries to do too much by himself there. Great challenge by Manu Kone, man. Fantastic pace. And looks like he won it clean as a whistle. Brahim Diaz is still on the ground. Kone is awesome, man. He's like Lavia who can move. Decent channel pass for Kylian Mbappe, the only player in the box, but now the cavalry arrive. Mbappe stops on a dime. Ooh, nearly finds the onrushing run of Manu Kone. Good start this from France, man. They're looking ominous. Mbappe, confident. Olise now. It's got Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe finds Rabiot. Desiree Doué. Rabiot again. It's like when Barcelona's 2015 attack where they had Messi, Suarez and Neymar and Rakitic scores in the Champions League final opener. Could be someone like Adrien Rabiot maybe scores a goal for France. France are too slick indeed. I mean, do you stick or do you twist? Do you press? Do you sit back? The 4-4-2 out of possession shape is good from Morocco. Unahi and Talbi as the 2 forwards pressing. Now with the challenge there on Michael Olise. This was the Manu Kone challenge. Don't think he got the ball, but I think it was shoulder to shoulder. Diaz might have had a case there, but was waved off quickly. It's a France free kick. That's dangerous zone 13, isn't it? Olise clips it. Good defending. Koundé finds Michael Olise. 15 goals and 19 assists for Michael Olise in the Bundesliga. Player of the year for them. Kylian Mbappe in the pocket of space nearly breaks kindly for him. Good defending by Issa Diop. Yassine Bono should get rid. He takes a chance. Morocco. Good composure. I rate that. Salahadin finds Buadi. Now Morocco can progress. Nahi. Brahim Diaz on the right-hand side. Decent move this from Morocco. The 1-2 works well. There's a foul, but play will continue. It's the advantage. Nope, they'll pull it back. Not enough advantage played. It's too much quality, Manny, and it's not just too much quality on the pitch. There's too much quality on the bench too. Even if it doesn't work, and if miraculously all 4 French forwards have an off day, they'll still find a way. Either with the defense, maybe like Upamecano or Saliba scoring one. Saliba doesn't score too many. Upamecano, the more potent box threat. Again, you prepare for the attackers, but you never know. The midfielders, the defenders, can also hurt you. As free kick here for Morocco. Ashraf Hakimi, not quite the touchline, but he can swing this one in. He overhits that by a mile. Wasted effort. Not bad from Morocco's point of view, though. They've taken a few early France punches. And their fans are getting used to going deep in tournaments. Semi-finals of the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. AFCON finals 2025, 2026. And now the quarterfinals. If they somehow beat France, I mean, there's a lot of ifs, right? They'll have to fully believe that they can go the distance, man. I mean, they might have put too much energy into beating France, and they might have, put it crassly, busted their load early. But yeah, man, that's the kind of effort that's going to be needed against this France side. Rabiot for France is cash money, Gautam. I mean, there's a reason why Didier Deschamps is happy to leave Chouameni on the bench for Rabiot. He's the man who keeps things ticking in midfield. Experienced. Never panics. Plays the game at his own pace. And he knows the task in hand. He's not the glamour player. He's not going to do anything fancy. But feed the forwards. Screen the defense. The basics. But effective. It's only because you're listening to it, Nikhil. It was for you. To gather your attention. I'm sure you're already scrolling. Are you watching the game or are you just following the stream? I'm sure you guys don't have the World Cup package there. I don't know if you take it seriously. Yeah, but the story today was really funny, man. I needed that laugh. Here's Kunde. Onto the right-hand side to Michael Olise. Olise with a quick shimmy. He's got three players around him. Still finds Mbappe. Desiree Doué now. Doué clips it towards the far stick for Jules Koundé. Oh, the header! Not too far away. Ousmane Dembele, not known for his aerial abilities, but finding a bit of space in the Morocco box. Again, gets away from the challenge quite easily there. Nobody touched tight. Mazraoui not really paying attention to Dembele. Watching Succession. Which season are you on? Are you watching it for the first time or are you rewatching it? Who's that? Am I supposed to know him? Are we supposed to know him? Am I getting old? Might be a Boston legend at some sport. That's my best guess. And so far, France have thrown a few jabs. Not land a hefty blow yet. You know this. You know this. Rabiot. Yeah, they have no focal point. They have one on the bench. Sofiane Rahimi. But Ismail Saibari is a huge miss, man. As soon as he did his hammy, you just felt, oh, Dembele went for the strike from distance. Ismail Saibari, who signed a deal with Bayern Munich during the World Cup. Then unfortunately saw his World Cup end with that hamstring injury against Canada. And he's a sharp shooter, man. And maybe not going to get too many chances against this France side. They need somebody clinical in front of goal. Saibari's finish, especially that chip finish against Brazil, started to really rate that, man. Here's Dembele. Koundé continuing the run. Cut back. Corner for France. They're cranking it up. Good defending by Noussair Mazraoui. Quickly comes across. Makes the interception. Jules Koundé starting to find a bit more space on that right-hand side. A lot of the attention is on those interior players, especially with Dembele and Ulise drifting infield. A lot of space opens up for Jules Koundé on that right-hand side. The constant rotations, though, a headache for the defenders. Corner comes in, Rabiot's header. He's got the aerial presence. One of France's taller players. Didier Deschamps. Shouldn't be too worried. Oh, Yassine Bono, risky. Such hectic play this from Morocco, and they give the ball away. Needless. For all this, if they concede in this manner, they'll be kicking themselves. Desiree Doué now. Which season, Nikhil? Succession? Remember that show really well, so I can catch on to whichever episode you're on. Here's Dean. He clips it to Rabiot. Gets away from Bouadi. Outside of the boot, pass to Michael Olise. Interesting idea. Again, it's Jules Koundé. He's going to have to keep making those runs on that right-hand side. So far, so good for Morocco. If they head towards the end of the first quarter, as they say, 0-0. Objective achieved. Oh, you're still at season 1. Tom's Bachelor Under the Tunnel. Good episode. Yassine Bono with a curious kick. On a couple of occasions, Yassine Bono has tried to play out the back. It's looked a bit hectic, a bit messy from Morocco's point of view, the build-up. It's where you need Bouadi to just maybe drop in a little bit deeper, dictate, and try and beat the press. Hopefully you use those skills at some point, Nikhil. Fine-tuning. The filmmakers know ball there. Mbappe and Olise play the 1-2. Who's slightly overhead, but Dembele's got such quick feet. He gets there. Tries to dribble past. Saladin doesn't succeed. Morocco now, possibly the last attack. Carrying on onto the left-hand side. The afterburn is applied by Talbi. Up against Upamecano. It's a nutmeg pass, which is clever, but nobody really on his wavelength there. Michael Olise has got a bit of green grass to run at. Finds Mbappe. Mbappe gets shut down by Hakimi, and fairly according to the ref. Play on. Here's Unai. Finds Brahim Diaz. He's got the overlap of Hakimi if he needs it. And he uses a skipper. Hakimi. Azzedine Unai. Clever ball to Hakimi on the right-hand side. And it's a Morocco corner. Certainly might be the last action before that hydration break. This was a challenge that was clean. Very clean challenge by Ashraf Hakimi. Good call, ref. So far, the ref has been in the background. Corner taken quickly. Here's Mbappe. Immaculate control on the turn. And now Olise. Oh, chance for the counter-attack. It still might break kindly. Bouadi bites into the challenge. Morocco win it back. Here's Brahim Diaz now. Azzedine Unai quickly scans. Bouadi on the right-hand side. Good possession this for Morocco. They need this. Just gives them a bit of confidence that they can hold the ball in the opposition half. Azzedine Unai. The way that, they're not the same team, but the way that Morocco just popped Netherlands off the park in that second half, and even most periods of extra time, showcases they are a serious team in terms of possession. They can do it. Bouadi battling against Digne. Cleared away by William Saliba. Ashraf Hakimi gets bodied off the ball. And now Michael Olise can run at the Moroccan defense. He finds Kylian Mbappe on the left-hand side. Mazraoui up against him. It's Kylian Mbappe. Oh, that's a pen. That is a stonewall pen. Mazraoui tries to pinch it. That is a bad decision. It's an equally worse challenge. And France on the counter-attack, lethal. That's the first time Morocco have held the ball in the opposition half. Now, whether or not Hakimi was fouled in the other half, we'll have to wait and see. But that challenge is a shocker. It was a heavy touch by the skipper. It's a clean challenge by Desiree Doué. He wins the ball first. It gets away from it. Play will continue. This is a pen. No doubt in anybody's mind. And Kylian Mbappe from 12 yards out can go level with Leo Messi. They are going band for band, barrel for barrel, man, these two. Horrific challenge. Gautam, nothing to say about Mazraoui's challenge? We're just going to brush that under the carpet? Terrible stuff. You want to throw hands, man, if you're... But again, it's Mbappe. Forgiven. Kylian Mbappe, who scored against Paraguay in the second half where France was struggling from open play. You've seen this tactic before where Ousmane Dembele just absorbs the pressure. Still don't get why players are having a go at Dembele when they full well know that it's going to be given to Kylian Mbappe. Yep, the VAR check is complete. It's a clear-cut pen, and that was not a foul on Achraf Hakimi. So far, the ref, good job. Well, Mbappe is a blur. But that challenge, man, don't have to. Maybe trust your keeper at his near post. Don't give the ref a decision to make. Either way, the decision had been made, and the penalty was the right call. Yassine Bono trying to bail his team out here. France looking for the goal before the hydration break. And what a sucker punch this would be for Morocco. Mbappe on 7 World Cup goals has been one of the players of the tournament. Will look to bury this pen to give France the lead and have 1 foot in the semi-finals. Kylian Mbappe with a lengthy wait. Didier Deschamps doesn't look too worried because Kylian Mbappe from the spot, generally, he's got a superb record, doesn't he? Scored 2 World Cup final pens when the pressure was at its maximum. The check is complete. It should have been complete a while ago. Man, they're taking an age. They're trying to throw Kylian off. Kylian Mbappe is rarely unfazed. This is a huge moment in this match, considering the timing and how the game is gone. Kylian, oh, that is a weak pen. Bono guesses the right way, and it's a comfortable save. Kylian Mbappe, oh, curious. He generally leathers it, man. He went for placement. Bono, easy stuff. Morocco get away with it. Here's Dembele now. Can't believe what we've seen here. It looked inevitable that Kylian would score. Here's Kone now. Messi missing pens. Kylian missing one here. Whew. Here's Mbappe. He'll be looking to make amends. Nusayr Mazraoui breathing a huge sigh of relief. Made him angry now. Godspeed, Morocco. You're going to need it. I am very surprised Kylian went for that technique. I mean, the stutter fine, but he still looks to leather it. Oh. Looks even worse from that angle. Not sure what he's trying to signal there with the... Yeah. Try to have a few complaints. That is... Oh, it's a huge letter for Morocco, and Mohamed Ouabi will be breathing the biggest sigh of relief heading into the hydration break team talk here. It could have been 1-0 to France. Instead, 0-0. Ooh, interesting. Just adds to the storyline. Well, this could be one of those games where Mbappe misses a pen and ends up scoring a hat-trick. So pointless. Have a hydration break at 30 minutes. There's no point. They're going to soft launch a variety of things. What option do we have? Just got to take it. But yep, at that stage, pretty much looks like a hydration break. I have no idea why it took so long to give the pen, man. Kept Mbappe waiting, and I guess it worked. But nah, no excuse there. Mbappe, yep, he's got a bit of time, but that technique. You cannot defend that. Yep, Stonewall pen should have been immediate. Should have been literally 15 seconds later, put the ball into the spot and have a pop. But yeah, that technique, can't defend it, man. Cannot defend it. Especially when it's not his regular technique. Curious. Maybe Kylian Mbappe in the World Cup does feel pressure. Trying to be as precise as possible. Maybe Bono commits. Bono waited. As soon as he sees the stutter, he knows that, okay, I got a chance here. Got a real chance. Well, France will have to shake off that disappointment. Morocco can take that as encouragement. Beautiful settings here. The Gillette Stadium in Boston. This is a mixture of colors. Enough red there. Great support from Morocco's point of view. Not sure what Didier Deschamps is complaining about, but we're back underway. There's always one team that's caught napping soon after the hydration break. Because it's a throw-in in your own half, you may be just switched on trying to defend here. France will look to try and break the door open. Kylian Mbappe, who's missed a pen. Watch out, Morocco. Great turn there by Olise. Just rolls off the challenge. Kone finds Mbappe. Now to Ousmane Dembele, who chops on his left foot. Dembele! Oh! That was not too far away. Well, Ousmane Dembele, one of the most ambi-pedal footballers out there. Capable of curling it with both feet. People in Algeria must be... Well, they're not having an identity crisis. They're not watching this game. Like, let me know the score. We'll tune in for the rest. Well, 12.5 plus added on time here in the first. Oh, what a bit of skill that is by Desiree Doué to get past Hakimi. Oh, he gets moved off the ball. Hakimi and Bouadi, the combination paying off. Hakimi with a nice pass, but Onahi not on the same wavelength as Brahim Diaz. Olise now, trying to crank up the noise. Michael Olise, great balance. Issa Diop, good challenge. Stands strong. Doesn't move anything, doesn't dangle out a leg. Bouadi under a bit of pressure. Talbi. Ainawi. Neil El Ainawi, solid as usual. Look how deep both Moroccan midfielders are, man. You got Ainawi, who's between the two centre halves, and Bouadi is literally 7 yards ahead of him. That's the kind of help you need in build-up. And I rate it, man. That's the move that we wanted. We were talking about how Bouadi and Ainawi have to get involved in the build-up, because when Bono did have the ball at his feet, it looked very shabby in terms of the build-up play. Morocco now take the 0-0 into half-time. Not a bad result. Make the game a 45-minute game. Better chance. Be thankful that Yassine Bono have the right way. Did Mazraoui pick up a yellow card? I've forgotten all the players that were on yellows. But if Mazraoui has picked up a yellow card for the challenge, if he had a previous yellow card, great touch around the corner. Oh, nice pass. Getting close though. Yep, you have to be ratty and disruptive. Cheap fouls disrupt that rhythm. Don't be passive and deep. Don't sit back. And Morocco, fair play to them. They've had moments where they've had to sit back and absorb the pressure, which is absolutely understandable. Oh, that is very, very risky, but calmly done. Bouadi, far too casual. Doué pinches the ball here. He should look for Dembele. Doué goes for goal himself. What a terrific save by Bono. He is keeping his side in it. Oh, that was criminal play there from Morocco. What are you doing? It's so casual. Why is everybody taking the piss in midfield, man? Doué could have slipped it through for... he should have slipped it through for Dembele. He went for goal himself. He should have buried that. Great save by Yassine Bono, though. Is this Morocco's day, gents? Had to ride their luck. Relying on their keeper. Bono in big games, he is unreal. He really is. Olise's corner. It's a decent enough header there by Jules Koundé. Yep, Yassine Bono, proper keeper, man. A proper international keeper, at least. I'm not sure how he's performing in the Saudi League. Did win the Europa League with Sevilla. Oh, play continues there. Olise, oh, he fires it towards Mbappe. Mbappe can't bring that under control. They've rode their luck, and Yassine Bono has had a terrific game in goal. Morocco might have to keep riding that luck factor, unfortunately. You're against the France side who have created chances. Had a pen that was won and missed by Kylian Mbappe. Here's Mazraoui. Salahidin. It looks like Salahidin is now at left-sided centre half. No, it's Ainawi. The two centre halves are splitting and both fullbacks are being pushed high up the pitch. Morocco trying to have a go before half-time. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. Nope, it is Salahidin as the centre half. I was giving the Morocco coach a little too much credit, thinking that he's going to play that expansive. It looks like Mazraoui has gone back into left back. And Anas Salahidin at left-sided centre half. Oh, he's given the ball away. This is very risky, and that's a heavy challenge. Cannot have too many complaints. He'll be lucky to not pick up a yellow card here. El Ainaoui with the touch. Both Roma midfielders clashing on that occasion. This was Desiree Doué's run. He was completely unchallenged. Literally had a free run at goal, and Yassine Bono getting down low quickly and well enough. Doué finds Digne. William Saliba. Mike Maignan has been a mere spectator in this match so far. Koundé. Olise. Searching for his 6th World Cup assist. He's crowded out in the box. They somehow still have the ball. That is outrageous stuff. Dembele does not have the same close quarters dribbling abilities like Michael Olise. Ref's been good, man. And have there been yellow cards? Did Mazraoui pick up a yellow card? Or did Ainaoui pick up a yellow? Both did look like yellow card challenges. So far, the ref, good job. You never know. In the second half, maybe he's told the refs, don't make it too obvious from minute 1. Mix things up. Kone was on El Ainaoui like, I see you in training exactly. Like, bro. He's keeping that receipt for sure at some point. 2 Roma midfielders, one from AC Milan and one from Lille. How about that? Who are the farmers now? Here's Issa Diop. Bouadi. El Ainaoui wraps that pass. Good movement this. Brahim Diaz picking up a more central position, but this time shifting it onto the left-hand side. Run continued here. Weak cross. Oh, Salahidin with a towering header, but it's out for a goal kick. So no yellow card so far, or am I missing something? Didn't see any announcement, didn't see the board go up. Either way, it's good for the game though. I want to see players on yellow cards, early yellow cards too. So Thomas Tuchel's reaction when Declan Rice picked up a yellow in the very first minute against Mexico at the Azteca. Could have been one of those moments where you just felt, oof, this could be tricky. But Declan Rice, the experienced campaigner that he is, wrote that game out and he came out looking great. Final five, Morocco, job just about done. You have to rely on your keeper, but why not? As long as you prevent those goals, it doesn't matter. Diop, Amrabat. Why do I keep saying Amrabat for Mazraoui? Especially in those central areas. I'm so used to seeing Amrabat there rather than Mazraoui, who's more often on the flanks. There's Mazraoui. Decent possession this for Morocco. Saladin. Well, they'll keep it comfortable. Bouadi finds Hakimi. I know Hakimi is on a yellow card. Certainly walking the tightrope. I think Olise and Kone, right, are the two players for France that could be suspended for the semis if they make it. Not all ball, people. That's on me. That's on me. Upamecano goes charging out. It's Shakira. She's in the crowd. I don't see I've seen her for one Colombian game, but she's there for everybody else. See her for Argentina, now for France versus Morocco. Oh, Rabiot with that giraffe-like turn, still getting away from Azzedine Ounahi. Rabiot showing that he still got it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the first half whistle, really. Just gives both teams pause for the cause as Mbappe puts it into, or tries to put it into Dembele's path. Mazraoui looking pretty nervous on the ball, almost treating it like a grenade. Quick release from him, but Morocco as a team deal with it. Shakira wearing Rajnikant sunglasses from Robo. That is a very niche reference, Nikhil. Oof, Yassine Bono takes a chance. Gotham gets it. Sensational vibes. Maybe Sir Rajni was way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the curve. Upamecano. Olise. Upamecano. Manu Kone. Every time Mbappe has that trick or flick in him, you just feel like something's going to happen. He's going to turn on the electricity. But brilliant. We need niche references. Let's do a deep cuts for life. Some images just don't leave you. As Upamecano on the right-hand side. Ousmane Dembele. France looking for the opener before half-time. Kylian Mbappe's penalty miss. Sure, still fresh in his mind. Overhead pass there by Dembele. And Morocco thwart yet another French attack. Didier Deschamps and Guy Stéphane just plotting their halftime team talk. Don't expect any changes, but Morocco's point of view, with Soufiane Rahimi on the bench, 55, 60 minutes, bring him on. You got a real forward threat. I think Talbi has been barely involved in the game. That's because Morocco have not had too much of the ball in terms of the match momentum and the field tilts. Everything in favor of the French. As Antoine Griezmann spotted. He's moved to the MLS, hasn't he? I saw him on debut in some preseason game. I'm not sure which club. Surely not Inter Miami. In Chicago? Well, that's Thomas Muller. Well, Thomas Muller in Toronto. Why would I even bother? I have no ball knowledge of the MLS. Elise. What a pass, man. Eye of the needle stuff. I mean, Mbappe is quick. Not that quick. Desiree Doué with the shimmy feet. And he comes away with the ball brilliantly. Elise now. 5 minutes of added on time. Manu Kone. Kunde. Ousmane Dembele hugging the touchline. Drops the shoulder a couple of times and switches it nicely. Great football this from France. Slightly overhit by Rabiot, but Digne recovers. Desiree Doué now. Saliba. Everybody in the opposition half. Kone with the strike. Cracks it on the back of Talbi. Ousmane Dembele sneaks it through to Elise. Elise's touch gets away from him, surprisingly. Almost associate Elise with the ball touched in. Oh, what a strike! The crossbar comes to Morocco's aid. Luca Dean pulls the trigger from distance. Yassine Bono looked like he was beaten and nearly an unlikely goal scorer for France. Well, Dini can certainly strike it. Look at the movement on that. Great save by Bono. That should have been a corner. Dini had a case. Superb strike. It had the dip. Oh no, I don't think it clipped his fingertips there. Good call from the ref. That angle was a lot clearer. Well, France, that's the Doué chance. The crossbar effort of Luca Dean. Mbappe with a near post effort and a pen miss. Upamecano's free header. That's 5 chances on the top of my head. 3.5 minutes for a VAR check, 3 minutes for a water break, 6 minutes added on. Good math there, by the way. That is spot on. You're not even doing this right. Generally at 6 minutes. I mean, why would you want less of football, man? Hakimi is, so risky, man. Why would you do that? I mean, both have a hold of each other, so that's why the ref has let it go. But from Hakimi's point of view, he's trying to be clever, trying to disguise that as much as possible, but with all the 4K cameras around, you're going to get caught, man. Both of them were equally guilty there. Mbappe finds Dembele. Ousmane Dembele, nearly sells the defender. 2 minutes for Morocco to just about navigate onto the left-hand side. They move it centrally. Hakimi finds Brahim Diaz on the right-hand side now. Moved it from side to side. Bilal El Khanous not holding the width for some reason. He's on the same side as Brahim Diaz. El Khanous. Clever to Hakimi. Hakimi to Diaz. Diaz should find El Khanous, who goes for goal instead. He gets the handball. I mean, Diaz is very lucky because I don't think that was the wisest decision from him to take a shot. Rabiot with the handball. I think he was just trying to protect himself. Outstretched arm. Oh yeah, very much outstretched arm. Free kick for Morocco. Good position, and in terms of a storyline and in terms of something, really put the cat amongst the pigeons. If Morocco score here, what a huge moment would be heading into the halftime break. Hakimi, does he look to curl it around the wall? Is there a ball into the box for the header? Do Diaz or Hakimi go for this one? If it's a direct free kick, it favors the left foot of Brahim Diaz a lot more. Hakimi could go around the wall if he wants to. It's Ashraf Hakimi who does go around the wall, but doesn't have the whip on it. Anticlimactic end, and I think that would be that in terms of first half action. Two-man wall sufficient. Oh, the volunteer nearly getting clattered there. He's not even facing play. I mean, his back of the head is completely exposed as somebody smacks the ball at him. I mean, Hakimi curled it. Wouldn't have hit him with so much force, but that is so dangerous, man. Terrible free kick indeed. A terrible pen, a terrible free kick, but 5 awesome chances for France to take the lead. Yassine Bonu has stood between them. The crossbar has come to their aid once. Morocco have held on, but just about 0-0 at half-time. We did not expect Kylian Mbappe to miss that pen, but it feels like it could be one of those games. But from France's point of view, they've done everything, man. I want to say it's a shit half, but 5 chances to score a goal. That's pretty good enough, really. And from Morocco's point of view, this is the perfect half. So if you're meaning it from a viewer's point of view, maybe. But it's had enough intrigue. Again, with the France attackers, you always feel like you're on the edge of your seat. Anything can happen at any moment. And this World Cup, anyway, has been a second-half World Cup anyway, so have to get used to it. Players conserving their energy, not going full clip. Second half is going to be huge. Mohamed Ouhabi is going to be having an opportunity to use his bench. That's going to be a massive advantage for the tiring Morocco players, who's going to have to cover a lot of ground. Are we going to see Sofiane Amrabat in the second half to maybe shore up in midfield? Samir El Mourabe is definitely an option. Grissim Yassin, who did score against Haiti, and of course Sofiane Rahimi, who added the third against Canada, all on the bench for Morocco. France, no panic whatsoever. Continue as you were. Keep creating those chances. Just feels like a matter of time before they manage to get a goal. And from there, it could go either way. Either France pummel them, or it remains a KG 1-0 or maybe a 2-0 victory for France. But that first goal remaining elusive of France is a good bit of news for Morocco. Now, lads, I'll be back. It's going to be a soft 5, and I'll be back for second half action. Before that, we'll have a few discussions as to what the rest of the games look like, what France or Morocco can do off the bench. Can there be a change of shape, change of tactics for either team? Either way, we'll head into those discussions. Give me 5, guys, and I'll be back really quickly. Well, we're back, guys. Should be about 5 minutes to kick off. It's been an interesting half. We've seen Morocco defend for their lives. Yassine Bono having to make some big saves. And he has certainly kept his side in it. And they have to try and build on that and try and upset one of the favorites for this tournament, France. I've tried quite a few times try and break open the Morocco defense, but so far not successful. Bono made 3 great saves, man. First off the Upamecano header, then of Desiree Doué, and of course that Kylian Mbappe penalty, which was absolutely critical. It was the best opportunity that France have had, but France just feel like they can turn it on at any moment and catch the Moroccan defense. Playing at the back has been a bit of a struggle. That's why we've seen Bouadi and El Enawi both being a lot more deeper than they'd want to be, but they need those players to be as deep as possible, help out with the build-up and progress as a team rather than just isolated attacks. Without Ismail Saibari up front, Morocco don't have a focal point. Sofiane Rahimi coming on could change that for Morocco at some point in the second half. So we'll wait and see whether or not Mohamed Wahabi does blink and make a change quickly, or does he just hold his nerve and wait for a few more minutes and try and run down the clock a little bit more before bringing on his sub-striker. For those expecting France to mop the floor with Morocco, could have happened if they'd converted any of the chances that they did end up creating, but 0-0 is the scoreline that shouldn't really surprise us considering Morocco are dogged, and of course Yassine Bono, when the stakes are high, he really does raise his game to a supremely high level, and that is what has kept France from scoring a goal here. Olise's looked bright. Dembele has had a slightly on and off game. Mbappe has looked good. Doué has looked excellent on that left-hand side. Whether or not France can stitch something early or they just continue to be patient, we'll wait and see how Didier Deschamps sends his team out for the second half. For Morocco, a goal would be absolutely brilliant. It would put France under real pressure. Never seen France. I mean, that Paraguay game is the most that they've really been tested, but they've never tested defensively. Tested in the sense that we could have possibly seen extra time because France were not able to find the gaps. Because Paraguay just dropped the deadliest of deep blocks, which meant that it was almost impossible to score against them. Do Morocco decide, for the next 15-20 minutes, keep the same tactic, progress forward cautiously, and then maybe if France get a bit tired, try and pounce on them. Well, Kylian Mbappe will be looking to make amends. That penalty miss will be still playing in the back of his mind. But I'm sure he'll be motivating his team to get the job done. The winner of Belgium and Spain away. I'm not expecting that game to really set the screens on fire. Spain play a very measured game. They're not here to entertain. They're here to progress. And we heard about how Lamine Yamal spoke that it takes a bit for me to get going in the tournament. But when it's the business end, you will see the best of me because Spain have been comfortable in all their games. Even the game against Portugal, man. It ended up 1-0 with Mikel Merino scoring in stoppage time. But at no point did Portugal threaten them. It was far too comfortable. It just felt like a matter of time. If Mikel Oyarzabal scores early on, maybe Spain have a much easier game in that contest. But yeah, man, Spain, they've not conceded a goal yet. And they always find a way to goal. Mikel Oyarzabal versus Leandro Trossard. Two of the best attackers in that bracket. They'll be expecting to play France in the semi-finals. If Morocco win here, that's a huge boost for Spain or Belgium tomorrow to put one of their best games and have a real shot at the final, as they'll fancy their chances against Morocco compared to France. Kylian Mbappe leads his side out for the start of the second half. Didier Deschamps in the ear of the refs. I think the refs have had a good game. Yes, that VAR check was unnecessarily lengthy. Maybe try to put Kylian Mbappe off, but in terms of the calls, pretty good. No yellow cards in the first half. I want to confirm that whether or not saw a couple of challenges flying in. Looks like maybe Mazraoui has not picked up a yellow card for that challenge. That's the case. We'll see a competitive second half with players not holding back. Moroccan players taking their time before they get back onto the field. Maybe play a few mind games with this French side. Keep them waiting, keep them on their toes, keep them a bit on edge. Huge 45 minutes coming here at the Gillette Stadium. Do Morocco hold on, possibly force it to extra time? Or do France get the job done in the second half? Kylian Mbappe on 7 World Cup goals and 2 assists. Had an opportunity to go level with Leo Messi. As it stands, Messi stays on top, having not played his quarterfinal clash yet. Argentina versus Switzerland. And the winner of that contest will take on the winner of England and Norway. Harry Kane versus Erling Haaland. Not played. Well, Morocco having their team talk in the tunnel. Ashraf Hakimi leading the team talk, making sure that everybody follows that disciplined manner, sticks to their task, follows the instructions. It's going to take a collective effort. Yassine Bono, the hero for Morocco in that first half. 3 different kinds of saves, 3 equally important ones. So what do we say? Second half, France get it done? Or do we see extra time? Or do Morocco shock the world? They're very much capable. They had a few moments where they pressed forward, looked to try and ask a few questions of the French defense. Amadou Habi's halftime team talk, one of his most important ones since March 2026. The manager, the head coach of Morocco, while Didier Deschamps is, I think, in his 14th year, or his 15th year as head coach of France. 1 World Cup to his name, Euros still elusive, as France look to add another star to their crest. They've got the 2, and they're red-hot favourites to add the 3rd. Dembele, Olise, Mbappe, Desiree Doué, all back onto the field. Michael Olise, of course, on that yellow card. Needs to walk that tightrope, disciplined, not do anything out of control, nothing rash. Start of the second half has been delayed, hasn't it? I mean, they're really taking their time out here. Finally, Morocco players decide that, yep, let's join in the party. A bit of gamesmanship, I guess. Should start on time. That's one thing about football, rather than the NBA and NFL, where they're pretty loose with their time. Guy Stéphane and Didier Deschamps, having completed their halftime team talk, will be hoping that their team managed to get this done here. Well, their players are in their positions, and the second half is up and underway. Will France reach yet another semi-finals? Will Morocco go to back-to-back World Cup semis? The second half will tell us a lot about this match here. Let's go, guys. Let's get ready. May the best team win, and may we see a cracking second half. And France follow Morocco's kickoff routine here. No pens with these keepers. Be here for the next 5 years. Yassine Bono with his penalty shopping abilities and having already saved a Kylian Mbappe penalty Would quite fancy his chances if the game does go to pens. Here's Saliba to Upamecano. Thinking of any chance that Morocco created, Mike Maignan had no saves to make. Nothing really in terms of a half chance either. A couple of free kick set pieces. That Ashraf Hakimi free kick right before the end of the first half. Fortunately, did not come anywhere close to troubling the keeper. Mike Maignan, I think he's heading into his final year at AC Milan, or maybe he's a free agent. But Chelsea put that low ball offer of 8 million quid for him last summer. Duly rejected by AC Milan, who were looking for something in the 20 million range. Here's Kone, Dembele, Olise now, man marked by Ayub Buwadi. Olise, Manu Kone, onto the right hand side to Kunde. Now Dembele, everybody getting involved quick and early here for France. Nutmeg pass, well intercepted by Mazraoui. Upamecano steps in and he's woefully out of position now. This could be a chance here for Morocco. That's a clever pass around the corner here. Here's Onahi. He's got the run on the right-hand side. Brahim Diaz, can he get his shot away? Just takes it wide. It's Diaz who clips it towards the far stake. Oh, it's a poor cross in the end. Talbi has the ball. Chance there for Morocco, man, on the counter-attack. Diaz had to find a way to shoot. Good defending, though. Here's Azzedine Onahi. Great feed, but Michael Olise, brilliant defensive work. It's Brahim Diaz. Weak shot on his right foot. Again, he hesitates. Needs to shoot a lot earlier to try and catch out Mike Maignan. Very good start to the second half, this by Morocco. Fantastic. Saw this against the Dutch. In the second half, they played some outstanding football in terms of the way that they controlled the game. Can't expect them to do that too much, but when they do, they take a lot of encouragement from it. Here's Azzedine Onahi. Scored that brace against Canada in the round of 16. Salahadin to Talbi. Talbi continues his run and Upamecano just uses his strength and power. Well, Upamecano went jumping in there. Lost out. Brilliant switch out there. Oh, Desiree Doué gets moved off the ball. Again, one pass, just bypassing the entire Moroccan side. Manu Kone showcasing his range of passing. Puts it right onto the feet of Desiree Doué there. Couldn't bring that under control. Kone has been good. Seen his tackling, his passing. He's mopped up everything in midfield, but France were caught there. Look at the front foot press here from the French front four. Forcing the turnover, Rabiot nips in. Clever reverse by Olise, who wanted to find Kone, loses out the duel. Good movement here by Morocco. Decent switch out onto the left-hand side. Tried to keep the ball in play. He can't. Morocco getting close, though. Some half chances. Manu Kone, when jumping into the challenge. But once you show that much of the ball to the opposition, you can expect a hefty challenge, especially in that area of the pitch. Manu Kone in some pain. Seems to be okay there, Manu Kone. Robust midfielder. We faced a lot of those challenges. But France still remain patient. Haven't really started off in the second half yet. It's been the Moroccan side that have come out the better outfit. Saliba. Manu Kone testing out his mobility after that challenge. Seems okay. Shaking that off quickly. Here's Manu Kone. Kone drives through the center. Great feed, but he gets caught out again. Second time that they're targeting Manu Kone when he ventures forward. They want to stop the supply to Michael Olise, so they're allowing him to dribble. Here's Hakimi. Good football this by Morocco again. Manu Kone goes biting into the challenge. Kone has to be careful. I think he's on a yellow card. But not in this game, but he's carrying a yellow card. Salahuddin, decent carry by the left back. Here's Talbi. Tries to squirm that pass through. Can't get around Dayup Makano. Shamstin Talbi stepping in as the false nine today. The absence of Ismail Saibari and Sofian Rahimi on the bench. Corner for Morocco. It looked like it was going to be a goal kick because Dayup Makano was shielding the ball. Clear misjudgment there by the centre half. Can Morocco use the set piece to their advantage here? Diop is the obvious target. They take it short. Change of angle. Here's Hakimi. Olise not tied to him. Unahi. Now with great feet to get away from Dembele. The cross is comfortably intercepted. Just punts that ball forward. Anywhere will do. But Morocco have not let France play here in the second half so far. Very good start to the second half from them. Seen very little of the French forwards. Mbappe has barely gotten involved. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody tuning in live. I really do appreciate the support, man. Means a lot. Timings are ugly in India. But we've got 7 games left of this edition's World Cup. And it has certainly delivered in terms of a spectacle, man. Here's Doué. Mbappe. Kone finds Jules Koundé. Wraps it to Dembele on the right-hand side. Dembele with a curious-looking pass. Just tries to knock it forward. Doué clips it. Bouadi, good defensive work. Now Morocco. Counter-attack can work here. France committing a lot of players forward. Talbi up against Upamecano. That's a difficult battle for Talbi, and Upamecano doesn't allow him to go around him. Shamstin Talbi with a good carry there. Trying to drag his team forward. Just like that, they gain valuable yardage. Will France have Bradley Barcola, Ryan Cherki? Of course, Marcus Thuram and Jean-Philippe Mateta if needed. And striker options. Here's Issa Diop. Finding Nusay Mazraoui. Ayub Bouadi. Salahuddin. Olise. Olise's work off the ball is really admirable, man. Man of his talent and abilities. Could very easily think that he's one of the luxury players, but not just for country, but even for club, man. He puts in a real shift. Here's Olise. Kone on the slide, loses out, and he wins it back brilliantly and immediately finds Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe up against the entire Moroccan defense. He's got a bit of support. Desiree Doué! It's straight at Bono. We've seen that Desiree Doué has not been trigger shy this entire tournament. Just a quick shift away from Hakimi and a shoot that was slightly awkward there for Yassine Bonu. But straight at him, add that to another one of his saves. France relying on moments here. Interesting turn of events. Not that sustained bit of play that we have seen as Dayup Makano finds Ousmane Dembele. Seen Didier Deschamps, he does make a change. Ousmane Dembele is one of the first players that we've seen him take off. Mbappe with the flick to Luka Dean. His strike that rattled the crossbar. in the first half where Yassine Bono was happy to see that sail past his fingertips. What a brilliant run this is from Michael Olise. Slips it through for Kylian Mbappe, who blazes over. What a chance for Kiki, man. Oh, brilliant run by Olise. That is sensational stuff. He is unstoppable in this mood, man. He just breezes past Buwadi. Mbappe was offside by a mile. What a turn, though. Great turn. And even that, look at that quick pass, man. He shifts it between both feet to find that pass. It is a ridiculous through ball. Mbappe has not found his shooting boots today. Dembele, outrageous pass. Switches it here. France are cooking on the left-hand side. Kylian Mbappe is onside. Mbappe shown wide. Good defending. Rabiot. Doué. Clever back heel. Sends Mbappe wide, who just moves Hakimi out of the way. Mbappe. Patience from France now. This is ominous stuff, though. Mbappe. Desiree Doué. Diop Mokano. Ousmane Dembele. Olise. Danger for Morocco. Every time Olise in those pockets, alarm bells should be ringing. Upamecano finds Kone. William Saliba. Extreme patience this from France. Desiree Doué with a clever turn. Finds Luca Dino. He leaves it for Mbappe instead. Mbappe, great feet, clips it. Far too much. France looking to turn it on in the opposition box. This was Kylian Mbappe dropping the shoulder, and Desiree Doué rather, who dropped the shoulder and created that space for Mbappe on the left. That Olise turn, though, oof, that really was sensational stuff. Ayo Buwadi had a quick look at Olise, and Olise was gone. Manu Kone judges that header perfectly. Issa Diop out of harm's way. Buwadi wins another header. And now he does well. Diop. Good line breaker. Jules Koundé off the arm. Free kick for Morocco. Good second half this from Morocco, man. This is going very much according to plan. It's a harsh handball on Jules Koundé, considering his arms were tucked to his side. French fans trying to make a bit of a ruckus there. Seen the Moroccan fans with their drums out. Issa Diop. Still no sign of Chadi Riyad. Well, as you approach the final half an hour, nothing to separate the two sides, but not because of a lack of effort, especially from France's point of view. Morocco have put in a good shift. They've relied on their goalkeeper, but in the second half, they've protected Yassine Bono a whole lot better. Good turn by Manu Kone. Punches that pass to Desiree Doué. Luca Dean quickly joins the attack, and he gets fed onto that left-hand side. Here's the Aston Villa left-back. Slightly heavy pass. Diaz nearly gets caught. Oh, this time he does get caught. Dino with the ball in. Good defensive work by Nusay Mazraoui. Doué with a brilliant first touch. Mbappe! Oh, he does it again. No surprises that he opens the scoring with a stunner. Kylian Mbappe with 8 World Cup goals stuns Morocco. But we knew he was going to score. We just knew it. That penalty miss now put in the firm rear-view mirror as Kylian Mbappe with his 8th World Cup goal. The protest from the Moroccan side still continued. They believe there was a handball there by Adrien Rabiot in the lead up to the goal. Great finish by Mbappe, though. Too much space. Let's have a look here. That wasn't the move, but oh, what a finish, man. What a glorious finish. He uses Diop as a screen and curls it beautifully past Yassine Bono. Oh, that is just typical Kylian Mbappe, man. Yassine Bono grasping at straws. Well, it's that man again. He is going to go goal for goal against Leo Messi this World Cup. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. The goal's been given, the check complete, and Kylian Mbappe celebrates. Well, it's a goal against the run of play, to be honest. Yes, France are creating a few dangerous attacks, but Morocco were looking comfortable, man. They really were. And it looks like it's a reactive change by Mohamed Ouahabi here. We talked about this before the start of the second half. Does Ouahabi decide to be brave and make the second half changes early, or does he wait till the 60th minute? It looks like the 60th minute was always the plan, as Amrabat and Sofian Rahimi both coming on, and Bouadi has been subbed. It's been Bouadi who's been subbed more often than not than Neil Ayanoui. El Kanous, the other subbed. So Talbi keeps his place. Talbi moves to left side, the left-hand side wing position, and Sofian Rahimi has the centre forward. Well, now Morocco have to go for it. We waited a bit for the first goal, but it arrives in spectacular fashion. Well, now we've got Amrabat and Nusay Mazraoui. Proper Manchester United heritage. Here's Anai. Morocco will have to find that clinical edge. Any chance they create has to end up in the back of the net. France are not done though. Oh, that's a bad challenge. Issa Diop, that's a yellow card. He has gone lunging in. Kylian Mbappe was on the turn. Diop knew that if Mbappe turns, I'm finished. It was a bad challenge. Really bad challenge. Oh. Reckless from the centre half. Rightfully booked. Game just got interesting. Yes, it has, Manny. Yes, it has. And no surprises about the goal scorer, isn't it? What a ridiculous finish. Only place he can put it, and he puts it exactly there. Best of luck to Morocco. Only hope was keeping it at 0-0 for as long as possible. And they will die as they commit now. Gautam can't argue with that. The finish was just spectacular, man. It's almost like he picked it and placed it. Ken Olise on the turn. Ridiculous. A bit of space opening up here for France. This could be really, really dangerous for Morocco. Have held on for so long, but they can be hit by two quick goals here as the cutback well intercepted. Kylian Mbappe level with Messi. Haaland and Kane will go head to head. Wait and see whether or not either of them can keep pace. Kylian Mbappe and Leo Messi are 5 goals away from equaling Just Fontaine's record. All those years back, I think he had, I want to say 11 World Cup goals. Something tells me it could be 13. If it's 11, they're 3 away, and that's getting broken. Either Mbappe or Messi will certainly break it. Haaland could be interested too. Great feed by Olise. That's a foul on Olise, but referee waves play on. Koundé. As soon as they backed off of him, I mean, that is such a dangerous game to play. That is too casual by Michael Olise. Rahimi with a push and run, but this push is too far from Dayup Mokano. It's a throw in for France. Yep, Diop has to jump there. Instead, he just tries to stand still and hope that it hits him. But he's just used as a screen and it's just curled around him. Kylian Mbappe with yet another clutch goal. Oh, France on the attack here. It's Ousmane Dembele runs. Ousmane Dembele! Bottom corner, 2-0 to France. It's two quick-fire goals as Ousmane Dembele doubles France lead, and they certainly now have 1 foot in the semi-finals. Well, in the blink of an eye, France were on the attack. What happened there, boys? How were Morocco caught completely cold? And for a side that started the second half so well, have seen two outstanding finishes past them. It's the Dembele curler. Bono getting a hand to it but can't keep it out. And it looks like Morocco, their resistance finally broken. Again, it's the Manu Kone pass, it was a Ulisse pass rather, that just opens it up. Mbappe with a clever run that takes a couple of defenders with him. Space opens up for Dembele, and he just uses Mazraoui as the screen like Mbappe did with Issa Diop. It kind of blindsides Yassine Bono, who has to react late, and by the time he does, he's powerless to stop it. Ousmane Dembele with his 5th World Cup goal. Outstanding. Yep, now it's time to take Ulisse off. Absolutely. Ryan Cherki or Bradley Barcola on. Maybe even drop Kylian Mbappe in the number 10 and maybe give Jean-Philippe Mateta or Marcus Thuram some minutes. I don't think they've touched grass this World Cup. Has the hydration break been called? Yep. 21 minutes. Well, that's a tough one to take for Morocco. Really tough one to take. Two quick fire goals. It's the Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele two-step. France have shown levels. They could have very easily been ahead in the first half. Very easily. It was Yassine Bono who kept them at bay. Once the finishing improved, which we fully expected, we knew that Mbappe would have been telling his players, yep, when you get the chance, boys, clinical. Gotta be clinical. Find the corners. Yassine Bono is a very good goalkeeper. He's motivated. He's trying to keep his country in it. Find the corners. Let me show you how. And that's how it starts. Kylian Mbappe has led from the front. It just feels every game for France, Kylian Mbappe is going to find a way to score a goal, man. What's that? 63, 64 goals for France? Yeah, probably. All-time top scorer for France, and the way Kylian Mbappe is going, he's going to reach 100 very soon. It's going to take something very special from one of the next-gen French players to try and get anywhere close to him, because I think Ousmane Dembele has got only 11 goals for France, and he's about 28, 29 years of age. He's the closest to Kylian Mbappe from this generation, at least. It's the next gen that's going to have to step up and carry the mantle from World Cup Kylian Mbappe. Yassine Bono will be slightly disappointed that he couldn't keep that Dembele effort out. He was powerless to stop the Mbappe curler. Now that the hydration break is complete, we'll see whether or not Didier Deschamps makes a few changes. Mohamed Ouahabi has made 2 changes. Rahimi, he came on, and so did Sofiane Amrabat. What was your prediction? 3-1? Yeah, the 2022 game was a lot closer. Morocco probably at their peak, maybe catching people by surprise. The surprise element. Now, people do respect them. Oh, Zaire Emery getting minutes. We are here. He comes on for Manu Kone. Zaire Emery, I think he's been introduced for the first time into midfield. Nice. I think Manu Kone was on a yellow card and carrying a yellow card. He's off and Zaire Emery coming on. He is an outstanding midfielder, man. It's just that for his club. He's got Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha and John Neves ahead of him. But we've seen Zaire Emery step in at right back, inverting into midfield. But just wait a couple of years, man. Zaire Emery, he's going to grab a hold of that France midfield. Well, none of you are getting any credit in terms of predicting a France victory and that being materialized. I mean, if you predicted a Morocco victory and that happened, but it's so hard to bet against France, man. Score goals for fun. And Paraguay's effort, or Paraguay's display rather, remains the only way really to shut France down. If you try to play ethical football against this France side, they're going to score a minimum of 2. They've scored 3 in every single game, barring that Paraguay one. I'm sure they're going to go for the third here. There's enough time. They've got some hungry, motivated players on the bench. Amrabat finds Talbi. Talbi looks to go on the outside. Koundé defends well. Salahadin finds Azzedine Ounahi. Sofiane Amrabat. And Nawi. Shifting it onto the right-hand side. Ashraf Hakimi. What do Morocco have in their tank here? They'll have to empty it. Whatever's there in it, have to empty the clip. Even that Paraguay game, any other ref, they finish with 5 players on the pitch. Yeah, that's true. Oh, no! Slice clearance by Upamecano, nearly resulting in an own goal. It was going to take something freakish for France to concede. Upamecano getting there with so much time and space. A horrible shank. Mike Maignan nearly getting caught out. But the scoreline remained 1-0. I'm just saying. Do you remember too many chances that France created an open play in that game? I'm not gassing up. I wouldn't even encourage teams to do it, but it's the blueprint so far. If you want to have a chance against this French attack. Corner for Morocco. Traveled a long, long way. Unai having to keep that in. He does really well. Not according to the referee. He's run that out of play. Well, Morocco need the next goal and need it quick. France are motoring along comfortably. Olise is still on the pitch, isn't he? Jassim Yassine is coming on. He's on for Salahadin. Yassine who scored against Haiti. Him and Rahimi both. El Ouadi has come on as well. Mahmoud Ouabi has made 4 changes. Even that may not be enough. France-Spain semi-finals looks all the more clearer now. And it feels like if there's any team that can hang against this French outfit, it's them, because they're the only one with the technical capabilities to keep hold of the ball and frustrate France. France might have to do a bit more defending, a bit more chasing off the ball, but leave space on the counter-attack against this French side, and Spain are playing a dangerous game. They're not quick, they're not powerful, they're all pass masters. The system prevails for them regardless of who plays. But if you look at it player for player, France is just too much. Exactly. Be very interested to see how they play on the back foot against Spain. Spain will hold possession, play at their tempo, but even then their transitional play is so devastating. Lamine needs to step up badly. Lamine simply has to. He needs to out-top dog Kylian Mbappe. Lamine's got 1 goal this World Cup. He is not fired at this World Cup whatsoever. Yes, he's carrying a knock. Yes, he's said that it's in the quarters and the semis where you'll see the best of him. Wait and see if that materializes, but he's going to have to step up mano a mano against Kylian Mbappe. Barcelona versus Real Madrid on the world stage. Ooh, somebody's down here. Is that Desiree Doué? No, it's Kylian Mbappe. Is there a challenge or has he just gone down? Didier Deschamps might be wise to take off his main man here. And Jean-Philippe Mateta has been stripped and ready for action. Kylian Mbappe, again, I don't feel that anybody was near him. Michael Elise and Ousmane Dembele both expressing genuine concern. Mbappe is back onto his feet, but I don't think they're going to risk him here anymore. I think Mbappe and Elise both have to come off, man. There's absolutely no need for the risk now. You give Ryan Cherki and Jean-Philippe Mateta. It's not Ryan Cherki, it's Bradley Barcola coming on. Wrap him in cotton wool. Oh, it's not enough. Bubble wrap, cotton wool. Don't get out of bed if needed. Kylian Mbappe signs out of the quarterfinals after breaking open the scoring with a special Kylian Mbappe goal. He soaks in the applause. 8 goals this World Cup as he bows out with Jean-Philippe Mateta, the Crystal Palace centre forward, taking the place of Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe is walking fine. He's got a smile on his face. And it's Desiree Doué coming off. Look at that, man. I mean, this tells you everything that you need to know. That Didier Deschamps rather protect Desiree Doué over Michael Elise. I mean, Michael Elise is not going to put in a challenge, let's be honest. But he's still running that risk, right? But he's like, nope, I'm going to rest Doué here. He's my key man. I need him for the semi-finals against potentially Spain or even Belgium for the fact we don't want to write off Belgium. Romelu Lukaku off the bench. I can see him dunking over Kubarsi rather. Cross into the box. Trossard, Doku. Think Onana picked up an ACL rupture. He's going to be out for a majority of the season. Tielemans will have to step in. De Bruyne needs to have the game of his life. France on the attack here as the ball clipped in for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Well defended. Is Zaire Emery. Yep, look at him, man. Zaire Emery is fully motivated. I was wondering who's that running on the left-hand side. Morocco desperately need a goal back. Oh, yeah. As I say that, Gautam reminds us all that Morocco haven't had a shot on target. Have they had a shot off target even? The only attempt that seems to come to my mind is that, okay, fine, that free kick of Hakimi first half. The Diop Upamecano slice clearance. Other than that, nothing. Are they bad, Gautam, or France just that good? Chance on the right-hand side here. Hakimi breezes away from his Paris Saint-Germain teammate. Rahimi tries the layoff, cleared away by Saliba. Rabiot, calmly done. Nicely done by Adrien Rabiot. Oh no, France on the counter-attack here. Good luck, Amrabat. Trying to keep pace with Barcola. Barcola decides against using his place, but he plays the 1-2 beautifully. Bradley Barcola, has to go with a cutback. He goes across the face of goal instead, but a cutback would have been a comfortable enough finish for Jean-Philippe Mateta. But this is beautiful football from France. Bradley Barcola off the bench. It does take a deflection off Diop. Yeah, they will continue to cut them open. Barcola and Jean-Philippe Mateta, fresh legs too. You can really have a run with Morocco being slightly more open in the hopes of trying to pull a goal back and possibly start off a grandstand finish. But they just look powerless, man. Their race is run. Luka Dean. Cross comes into the box for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Decent leap. Jean-Philippe looking for his first World Cup goal. Great season for Crystal Palace. Remains their key man. Look at that. Elise and Mateta. They played together, right? At Crystal Palace under Patrick Vieira. Now in the French squad. Here's Unahi. Amrabat. Again, France defensively are so good too, man. Saliba and Upamecano. How do you try and score past them when they're fully motivated and locked in? Cleared away by Upamecano. And he says, do you think England kept Dan Burn in the team to face strikers like Haaland? Reckon he starts? I think Jet Spence starts on the right-hand side. No doubt in my mind, especially against Antonio Nusa. If Dan Burn is playing fullback, he plays left back, which he does for... Ooh, good challenge there by Koundé, but it'll be a foul according to the referee. This game looks done here, Manny, when Kylian Mbappe has been taken off. Didier Deschamps has pretty much told his team that, yep, this game is done, lads. Wrap it up. Don't take any more damage. If you want to add the third, that's up to you guys. With France looking solid defensively too, man. That was... So, let me get this straight. Sweden in the round of 32, Paraguay in the round of 16, and now Morocco in the quarterfinals. Goals scored, none conceded. That's 3, 1, and 2. So 6 goals scored, none conceded in the knockouts. Just say that France, I want to say peaking at the right time, but they've been peaking from the get-go, man. Here's Unahi. Might be a foul and a free kick here for Morocco. How they're not taking Elise off, because Elise is not going to put in a challenge in this match. He's just going to be there in that number 10. Gautam, you're out of here? I respect that. Morocco do care bad. Don't say that. They've tried. They've tried. They're just up against a juggernaut team, man. Ashraf Hakimi can make this very interesting. He plays it for Unahi. Oh, first save for Mike Maignan. There you go, Gautam. Shot on target. Asdin Unahi. Got a brace against Canada. Decent enough effort. Mike Maignan seeing that late. Parrying that away. Unahi now. Exactly. Morocco taking shots to keep Gautam watching. Hey, Manny, by the way, Gautam's parents stayed a long, long time in Dubai, by the way. I want to say more than 20 years. Gautam did his schooling in Dubai. Manar's parents live in Dubai. A lot of Dubai connections in the chat here. Well, corner for Morocco. Captain Zamband has it been switched? Is Jules Koundé off? No, it's just to Mike Maignan. Corner for Morocco. There's a way to try and haul their ass back into this match. This would be it. Hakimi's corner. Flick on header and they do! Side netting. Ainawi's header. There was a ripple at the net. Oh, decent header. Decent header that. Clever run. Nobody really tracking him. I know, Manny. We lowball the shit out of AC Milan. 8 million euros or 8 million pounds was the offer to try and get Mike Maignan. Sabai is on. He's taking the place of Talbi. Oh, goal for certainly CPR for the game, especially with no Mbappe on the pitch. But nah, man, France are fine. France are absolutely fine. They've taken no damage. And Didier Deschamps has taken the piss too, man, by keeping Michael Elise on the pitch. On a yellow card, no problem. Cover the spaces. Be smart defensively, but focus on your main task in hand, which is to be the chief creator. Here's Amrabat. Not having the effect his manager was hoping. Sabai, decent cross in, but Magnon with the comfortable gather. This game is pretty much done here. Just under 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Nobody seems to have the answers to stop France in this World Cup. It looks like it's going to have to be Spain if there's anybody who's going to beat France here. Or they're going to look for the third. It's Michael Elise, but he starts his effort far too wide. Try and curl that into the top corner. Such a smooth counter-attack from France, man. They just move through the gears. Such a beautiful pass by Bradley Barcola. Right into the path of Michael Elise. Well, Jules Koundé is off. And he's been replaced by... Is it Konate or is it Lacroix who's coming on? No, it's Malo Gusto. Chelsea connection on the pitch. Malo Gusto coming on for Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé getting a rest is something that we don't see very often, not for club or country. Malo Gusto picked as the second choice right back. Michael Elise with great feet and acceleration. I mean, it's the 86th minute and look at Michael Elise, man. Superb. Dembele nearly squeezes it through for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Now Morocco having an opportunity on the counter. Here's Hakimi. 6 minutes between the two goals. Mbappe scoring at the hour mark. And Dembele 6 minutes later finding the other bottom corner. Great carry here by Barcola. Barcola trying to catch Bono at the near post. Again, Barcola's not looking for Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's hoping the ball would have been just rolled towards him. Trying to catch him out at the near post instead. Kylian Mbappe, feet up. Ankle being iced. He's going straight into the cryo chamber. If they need hospice center, so be it. But Kylian Mbappe is playing the semi-finals. Corner for Brazil. Oh, chance! Jean-Philippe Mateta with a towering leap. Very good corner there. Ousmane Dembele just drops it right onto the head of Jean-Philippe Mateta. Bono came. Bono was nowhere near it. Should and could have been the third for France. Morocco gave it a decent go for 15 minutes in the second half. But their race was run. As soon as that Mbappe goal went in, you just knew, yep, this one's done. And when Dembele scored, it was certainly done. Well, tomorrow, Spain-Belgium. Predictions, boys? Or are we going to save that for tomorrow? Give me your early predictions. If you feel differently tomorrow before kickoff, you can amend it. Malo Gusto comfortably goes back to Mike Magnon. Imani, I hit 300 subscribers today, by the way. Small goals. Morocco on the left-hand side. You'll be sleeping on it. Big decision to make, eh, Manny? A nice ball in. It's comfortably cleared. Easy for Magnon. Yep, Spain. Oh, Aman, you're still here. You've been awfully quiet. Are you working? Yeah, Spain expected Belgium. What do Leandro Trossard, Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku have in store for us? Lukaku off the bench. No Onana, which means Tielemans will have to hold the midfield alongside maybe De Ketelaere. Need to celebrate that butter bean bacon. Oh, that bacon is damn good, man. Oof. Some premium stuff. 6 minutes of stoppage time, signaled by the Argentine fourth official. A lot of talk was made about the officials and how 5 out of the 7 refs are all Argentinian. But France are so good. that they don't really have to rely on refs. McD night for you. By the way, Manar has informed me, Aman, that the McCheese is back. We are having a rant that night, if you remember. It was not on the menu. I think yesterday, Manar sends me the screenshot that the McCheese is back. 6 out of 7. There's one from Nicaragua. No, there's 5 out of 7. There's one from Nicaragua and one from Uruguay. McSpicy, dude. I had that in Bangalore when I went for that UFC event. No, sorry, guys. The McSpicy does not hit the same way as the McCheese. I know, I've seen a few McSpicy fans in the house. Luca Dean with a slice clearance. It's a patty of chicken and a patty of cheese, bro. They have cracked the code. It's sensational. If there's everything you want to bond with Mayuresh, the McCheese is the one. You may not agree on a lot of things, but that one certainly will be. Here's Hakimi. Goes on the outside, decent cutback. Are we following the Sahil Makija route to picking up the best smash burger? Here's Usman Dembele. McCheese is too good, man. Gotta try it. Trust me, guys. If I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up and say, fine. Now, if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll just not believe that your palate is superior as I thought it was. Here's Rabiot. Punches it to Mateta. Again, they've given Mateta some rubbish service, man. The ball was just hammered at him. Now Morocco have just run out of steam, man, since that second goal. Switch of play is on. Oh, that's certainly a handball by Sabai. Tries to fight his case, but it's turned down. Ulisse playing 96 minutes is Didier Deschamps. He's taking the absolute mickey here. He's like, don't worry, my number 10 won't even put in a challenge. Try beat us now. 3 minutes of stoppage time remain. France, barring the Paraguay game, have scored 3 minimum. It looks like Morocco, who've played ethical football, have restricted France to just 2. Here's Dembele. And he says, who do you reckon misses the semis if England qualifies? Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Mark Gahey, and Nico O'Reilly. Oh, Jean-Philippe Mateta, lovely turn. Good save by Bono. Oh, nearly the third for France. I want to say Declan Rice, maybe. Well, now he drives forward. It's not like they can rest him either. Or Declan Rice will have to play the most disciplined game of his career. He's capable of doing it. Very much capable of the clean challenges, but he cannot afford anything rash. This was a save by Yassine Bonu of Jean-Philippe Mateta. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Well, if England have... That's 4, right? Bellingham, Rice, Gahey, and O'Reilly. O'Reilly as well. O'Reilly left back, playing against possibly Sorloth or maybe even Oscar Bob. That could be a tricky assignment. Mark Gahey up against Erling Haaland. Hectic scenes indeed for England, but they just have to worry about getting the job done against Norway. How many subs did I start with this World Cup? Shade over 200 maybe? Slightly more than that. I don't keep track that way. Maybe I should start logging my stuff like this way, but I don't try to get bogged down by numbers too much. But yeah, about, I want to say 220, maybe 230. Maybe I'm under or overplaying it. I wouldn't know really. Could be even 250. Tremendous. Sensational. Thanks, Maddie. You've supported the channel from day one. Well, final 15 seconds. Any final thought, boys? There's nothing in terms of breaking this game down. In terms of the post-match, France have played this game in second gear and they're 2-0 to the good. Comfortably on their way to yet another World Cup semi-final. Seems that Morocco will have to wait yet another World Cup to try and beat France. Oh, Olise tries to curl that in. And the referee blows a full-time whistle at the Gillette Stadium in Boston. Kylian Mbappe, no surprise, the main man, who missed a penalty in the first half, made amends right on the hour mark with a lovely curled finish. And Ousmane Dembele 6 minutes later, adding the second with Yassine Bono not able to get a firm enough wrist on it. And that 2-0 proving more than enough for a Morocco side that battled well, lost against France in the semi-finals in 2022. This time, can't beat France in the quarterfinals. Michael Olise on a yellow card remained for the 96 minutes. He will play the semi-finals against either Belgium or Spain. And we will be ready for another semi-quarterfinals tomorrow. Deschamps, absolutely killing it, man. He has got these players fighting for them. He's gotten a really good tune out of it. And the ominous thing for France is all the talk is about the offense, right? The attacking players, and rightfully so. But in the last 3 knockout games, France have not conceded a goal and they've rarely conceded a clear-cut opportunity. This is the perfect machine to go all the way this World Cup. Can Spain or Belgium stop them? We'll wait and see. But it is going to take something very special, something extraordinary to knock this France side out. Ashraf Hakimi's World Cup's over. I'm sure Luis Enrique is happy to see Hakimi take a quick break and then head back to Paris. Mbappe's World Cup journey continues. He is going band for band with Leo Messi, both of them on 8 World Cup goals. Yes, Mbappe has played 1 game more, and Messi will be looking at that as an advantage. Solid stream again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow for Spain versus Belgium. Is there going to be an upset, or will Spain prevail and we're going to get that dream semi-final between France and Spain? Adios, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.